what I do, because I don't give a fuck. One or two people side with it, and them the one or two people that's rolling with me. I'm not looking at the majority. I told y'all from day one, the majority's not gonna side with you. I'm only gonna get subscribers here and there, and that's cool. I'd rather have 50 killers than 1,000 soldiers. Yeah. So they always gonna be mad. Welcome. Welcome.
That's just how it is. You have to check this out. Because we're warning guys about the bad woman, which now has pretty much leveraged most of the world. So the type of woman that is good is pretty much slim. We're not teaching hate. We're teaching understanding.
Relationships with old baggage and penalizing the new person for what the old person did. You just limit yourself from meeting a new person. You know what I mean? You drag old incidents right on into a new situation.
In the other communities, because they attack us, they attack the poor. That's part of their plan, to get the poor people that got money to spend. That shit don't even sound right.
Well, it's always an experiment.
That got money to spend. Like, so y'all gonna play on our intelligence. If you calling us poor, then obviously we shouldn't have money to spend. But this is how they look at us and they program us. And people.
Well, psychological warfare. There's always been the silent. I call it silent wars of psychological warfare, because
I'm gonna be safe, bro. I'm just chilling. I'm gonna add you right now.
Keep your ass in the house, bro. All right, man.
Oh, I am.
Much love, man. Much love, man.
All right, brother. Peace.
Welcome to Alpha Academy. Welcome to the truth. Here at Alpha University, we cater to mathematics, sex education, and modern day philosophy. Yeah, some classes may be for you, some classes might not be for you. But in any event, you come to this school for the truth. Only students you see here on campus are the ones that think for themselves, critical thinkers. We do not cater to any groups, gangs, religions, or communities. We cater to the truth. We do not complicate common sense. School to learn all the things gynocracy didn't want you to know. You come to this school for the truth. Look around. All you see is critical thinkers, people that think for themselves, people that know what they've been doing ain't been working, so why not try something new? Keep in mind, guys, that you will be shamed, you will be ridiculed, and you will be bashed for not wanting to be like the majority. But over here, your favorite teacher, Mr. Goodbread, and enough of the speech, you guys get the class. If ever you do not like what you are hearing, you can please get up from your chair and remove yourself from your desk and quietly leave the classroom. Refrain from bothering anybody else in the class. Do not distract anybody from growing because you choose not to grow. Goodbye. Class will be starting in a few.
My son, keep my words and treasure up my commandments with you. Keep my commandments and live. Keep my teaching as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call insight your intimate friend, to keep you from the forbidden woman, from the adulteress with her smooth words. For at the window of my house I have looked out through my lattice, and I have seen among the simple. I have perceived among the youths A young man lacking sense, passing along the street near her corner, taking the road to her house in the twilight, in the evening, at the time of night and darkness. And behold, the woman meets him, dressed as a prostitute, wily of heart. She is loud and wayward. Her feet do not stay at home. Now in the street, now in the market, and at every corner she lies in wait. She seizes him and kisses him, and with bold face she says to him, I had to offer sacrifices, and today I have paid my vows. So now I have come out to meet you, to seek you eagerly, and I have found you. I have spread my couch with coverings, colored linens from Egyptian linen. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love till morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. For my husband is not at home. He is gone on a long journey. He took a bag of money with him. At full moon he will come home. With much seductive speech, she persuades him. With her smooth talk, she compels him. All at once he follows her, as an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a stag is caught fast till an arrow pierces its liver, as a bird rushes into a snare. He does not know that it will cost him his life. And now, O sons, listen to me, and be attentive to the words of my mouth. Let not your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths, for many a victim has she laid low, and all her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is the way to Sheol, going down to the chambers of death.
Yeah, let's get it, guys. Welcome to class, guys. Come on in, hit that like button, pay your tuition. Thank you for your time, yo. Over here, your time is money, and you chose to spend it with me, and I appreciate you for that. All right, guys. Real quick, guys, those of you who don't know, we're going to go over a story today, and pretty much this story, guys, is going to be your alpha woman. This is your alpha woman. This is the woman that pretty much get so much respect in our community. Like, people kiss her butt, people look up to her, people worship her, people talk about stories, because, you know, we always promote the gangsters. So this is going to be your gangster woman, your gangster chick, you know what I mean? The guys, the simping forces, and the hell of a sons, they worship these type of women. You know what I mean? These are the type of women that, you know what I mean? They wish they could marry a female like this. You know what I mean? So, class, keep in mind this is a red pill class. It's a red pill university. So we believe in what we see. We believe in the stories that we see. You know what I mean? We don't believe in what social media, social programming, the news, the TV tell us. We don't go by that over here. We believe in actual experience, what we see, then we go research and we look it up. You know what I mean, guys? So keep in mind that if you're sensitive, you have, you know what I mean, a bad stomach to the truth. If the truth is not your love language, then you might want to leave the class now. No harm. You know what I mean? You can even take your tuition back. You can take your like button back. You know what I mean? But for those of you that like thought-provoking and critically thinking, then this is the right class for you. And much love, and I appreciate you guys. So without further ado, guys, let's get to the news. Let's get to the story.
On a New York City sidewalk, a woman shot and killed by another woman who just casually walked up to the victim and pulled the trigger point blank. Then she got into a car and just sped off, too. News 4's Miles Miller, live in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. And Miles, I know you talked with the victim's mother tonight. What are you hearing about this?
Well, the victim's mother is so distraught she could barely stand up. She grabbed my hand for strength and just really can't fathom who would want to kill her daughter. And she really says she can't believe the way her daughter died on this street.
Somebody executing my child. They killed my baby. Was something that horrible.
Delia Barry has been crying so much she can barely stand up. A mother's pain after her namesake, her daughter, 42-year-old Delia Johnson, was shot in the head at point-blank range by this woman.
We have to pray for the person that did this. Pray for their family. Because I live in peace. me. But I do want to know why if I ever see it.
It happened Wednesday evening on Franklin Avenue, near Park Place in Crown Heights. Delia's mom says her daughter had just left the funeral service for a friend and got a call to meet up with friends here. Seconds later, this woman pulls up and, without saying anything, kills her with a single shot. The shooter calmly walks away with her purse over her shoulder, gets back into her car, and takes off.
I have so much pain. I'm numb. I'm trying my best to hold myself up. But the slaughter, because that's what it was.
God is good. I thank you so much, Father.
Delia was a mother of a 17-year-old girl and an entrepreneur seen here selling vintage clothes.
Oh my God, help me, Lord. They killed my baby. I'm 42. She will be missed by me.
Sources close to the investigation say detectives working in this case know who they're looking for. They believe that woman may have been a former friend, and they are working that angle tonight. There is a vigil scheduled for right here later this evening. We are live in Crown Heights. I'm Miles Miller, News 4 New York. Back to you.
All right, guys. So y'all saw the story. You know what I mean? The question was asked to me, and I was discussing with the fellas, why is our women so masculine? Like, where do they get that energy from, guys? Where do they get that energy from, guys? Like, really? You know what I mean? And all I can say, guys, is 3 things. I got a list of 3 things. And then, you know, over here we at school, so we're gonna learn, and I'm gonna teach you guys, because the problem is they have taught our women that men and women are equal. You know what I mean? And knock knock, men and women are not equal, guys. We even, but we not equal. You know what I mean? Women have things naturally that God gave them, and we have things naturally that God gave us. And for some weird reason, the evil forces, you know what I mean? The evil forces got our women believing that they have what we have, what God gave us too. And God ain't give them that, because God ain't want them with that. And if God wanted them with that, then he would have gave them that. But for some odd reason, we have forces, manipulating forces, that have our women operating and programming as if they have what the man have, and they don't have what the man have. So they need to take that up with God if they want what man have. If they want what God naturally gave man, then they need to take that up with God. And I say that to say this, guys. Keep in mind, guys, it's a red pill class. Those of you that's new over here, it's a red pill class. You know what I mean? So we go off actual facts. It is no such thing as an alpha woman, guys. God didn't create no alpha woman. You know what I mean? And that's the problem that we have. You ask 71% of women, and they think that the alpha woman is something to be proud of. That's not something to be proud of, because God ain't make no alpha woman at all, guys. You know what I mean? I'll tell you exactly what created an alpha woman, though, guys. I got 3 things that created an alpha woman, and we're gonna get into 12. I got 12 things that men and women do differently by nature. You know what I mean? To help out, because I'm not gonna sit here and just, you know what I mean, go in about how silly these women have made themselves look. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? Shout outs to everybody that's in the chat. Shout outs to everybody that came over. But I'm going to try to teach. I'm going to attempt to teach. You know what I mean? I know my fellas got me. My fellas are here. If it fall on deaf ears to my women, then let it fall on deaf ears, because women ain't really winning. So, I mean, at this point, what else do they have to do but listen to some real truthful knowledge? I mean, like, honestly, like, if they continue to do what they continue to do, it's insanity. You know what I mean? Do know we're not talking about all women. 29% of women don't subscribe to being stupid and foolish. But the majority is the majority. You know what I mean? So we're gonna focus on the majority. We're not gonna lose or get distracted by the 29% of women that this information might not be for or about. But oddly enough, the 29% women, they like this information because they like the truth. It's only when you start dealing with these 71% women, these alpha male women, like the one in the video that just walked up on the woman and shot her in the head. You know what I mean? And the question comes, guys, you see it in the front right here. Why are our black women so damn masculine? All right? Three reasons why they're masculine, guys. They're not getting enough good sex. They're not getting enough good sex, guys. This is real. They're not getting enough good sex. You know why they're not getting enough good sex? Because they all think, 71% of women think that they're good how they is. So they stop working on themselves. So now, when they stop working on themselves, that leaves them to fall in the hands of a man who is not working on himself. So now they peg every man as the man that they can only attract. You get that, guys? Do you get that? That's why the sex is whack. Because they're with a guy that only is there for the sex. Because that's the value that they left themselves at. The female did not work on herself enough to compete with the other women who have worked on themselves and who are feminine and who are not masculine. They have not worked on themselves. You know what I mean? All that masculinity that these women are walking around with is coming from built up frustration and anger from not getting what they want in life, because they were promised, and through that entitlement, through government zaddy entitlement, they were promised things and they're not getting it, and it's all building up in frustration and anger. You know what I mean? And then they constantly attracting these dusties. You know what I mean? And then they're pegging the dusties that they can attract as all man. That's why it's no need to argue. It's no need to argue, sis. It's no need to argue, sis. It's no need to argue. You know what I mean? This is ludicrous. A female. How is it that a female could do that? Could be so masculine like that and take the woman life? And take the woman life. This is the lady that lost her life. Right here, guys. Walked down on her and executed her. Police style executed this woman. And it was a setup. From what I'm hearing, it's a setup. From how I analyze the situation and from me being in the streets. And that's one thing, guys. One thing you get with me, you're not going to get a guy that ain't been there. I've been there. I've done that. I've done it, guys. So I speak from a fulfilled angle. I speak from a fulfilled heart. I've been there. I have done it, guys. These two women were at a funeral. You know what I mean? Somebody coerced this woman back to that block, knowing that this woman was going to do that to this woman right here. That is sucker shit right there. That is sucker behavior. You know what I mean? It hasn't been said. It hasn't been proven. You know what I mean? So this is only in my opinion and allegedly, but I can almost guarantee a simple force of help, a simple force of assistance. Granted, the woman have the emotion. The woman generated that emotion, like 71% of women. But the man, the simp enforcer, he carried it out through the logic. You know what I mean, guys? And it's sad that now we have women so masculine that they believe they're men. Here we trying to get the men to stop shooting the men, and now we got sisters running around here playing cowboys and Indians, shooting.
Guys, those of you that just came, just entered the chat, let me play the video back, the disturbing video. But they caught this woman. They caught this woman in Jacksonville. She was running. She was on the run. Let me get this ready and loaded up here. But yeah, this is it's a sad story, very sad story. Like a lot of the stories that's coming out, guys. And if you notice, these women are self-destructing because naturally, women are not designed to be men. Women are not designed to be put through long periods of hardship. That's female nature number 7, guys. Number 7 on the female nature list. Women are not designed to endure periods of hardship. That's why, guys, when you with a woman and shit get rough, shit get rocky, you lose your job, with the woman, she leave because this is a nature. This is a female nature to have the kids survive, to have she bears the kids, right? So it's naturally in her to make sure that generation moves forward. So if she's in this position that is not beneficial, naturally, she's gonna move, guys. You know what I mean? We gotta do better. We gotta do better. We gotta get to some education, guys. We gotta get to some knowledge, guys. We gotta start to get to some knowledge now, man. It's out there. We're in the technology era. We're in the technology era, guys. We gotta get to this. It's out there. You teach yourself. And that's what the school don't teach us, guys. The school don't teach us to learn. The school teach us to obey, but they never did get that right. They never did get that right when it came to teaching us how to learn. And you're only gonna win in this gynocracy is by learning how to learn. And it's sad, you're gonna have to do it yourself. You're gonna have to teach yourself how to learn. You know what I mean? And it start with intaking the truth. It start with living in your truth. The less fantasy you create and the less delusion you be in, the more truth you live in, the more blessings you're gonna get. Think about it, guys. That's all God asks. All God asks is for us to be truthful. We already know who the orchestrator of lies is. We already know who the orchestrator of lies is. So if we can sit here and say we know that the constructor and the orchestrator of lies is the goddamn devil, then why is 71% of women living in a total delusion to the point where they're starting to hallucinate now? Not only are they way past delusional, because now they have made themselves into this alpha woman, a bad product that all their brothers are saying we don't want that product. And they're gonna still, instead of changing the product to fix it, they're gonna just shove it down our throat now, and then bash us for not liking the product. That's insane. We do not want little men. We don't want little men. We want women. We want submissive women. We want our submissive women back, guys. Ladies, what's going on? You know what I mean? That's all we asking for, guys. Ladies. Let me get to this video.
Then she got into a car and just sped off, too. News 4's Miles Miller, live in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Miles, I know you talked with the victim's mother tonight. What are you hearing about this?
Well, the victim's mother is so distraught she could barely stand up. She grabbed my hand for strength and just really can't fathom who would want to kill her daughter. And she really says she can't believe the way her daughter died on the street.
Somebody executing my child. They killed my baby. Was something that horrible.
Delia Barry has been crying so much she can barely stand up. A mother's pain after her namesake, her daughter, 42-year-old Delia Johnson, was shot in the head at point-blank range by this woman.
We have to pray for the person that did this. Pray for their family. Because I live in peace. Me. But I do want to know why if I ever see it.
It happened Wednesday evening on Franklin Avenue, near Park Place in Crown Heights. Delia's mom says her daughter had just left the funeral service for a friend and got a call to meet up with friends here. Seconds later, this woman pulls up and without saying anything, kills her with a
Guys, do you see that? Do you see that? Where do they do that at? Like, what feminine women do that? Like, I don't want to sleep next to no killer. And I consider myself a high value male. You know what I mean? A high value alpha male. And I feel I gotta say in this. You know what I mean? I don't want to be chilling with I don't want my son dating no woman like that. I don't want my son messing with no woman like that. Look at this. Yo, this is ultimate, this is masculine, right? This is masculinity.
Single shot. The shooter calmly walks away with her purse over her shoulder, gets back into her car, and takes off.
I have so much pain. I'm numb. I'm trying my best to hold myself up. But the slaughter, because that's what it was.
God is good. I thank you so much, Father.
Delia was a mother of a 17-year-old girl and an entrepreneur seen here selling vintage clothes.
Oh my God, help me.
And guys, notice in these stories, it's always the people that's living righteous that are sacrificed by the ones that have the biggest mouth, that have the biggest argument in the fight with no clout, though. It's always that. It's always like that. It tend to be like that. Now, look at that woman. That's your 29% spirited female, guys. Your 29% spirited female taken out. It's bad enough that the majority is trash. But now when you got the majority that are bashing the minority and are taking the minority out, it's guys, playing your escape. Playing your escape. I don't know what else to tell you. Playing your escape, guys. Playing your escape. You know what I mean? Truthfully. And like I said, let's finish this video so I can give you my 3 reasons why our black sisters are so masculine.
I'm 42. She will be missed by me.
Sources close to the investigation say detectives working this case know who they're looking for. They believe that woman may have been a former friend, and they are working that angle tonight. There is a vigil scheduled for right here later this evening. We are live in Crown Heights. I'm Miles Miller, News 4 New York. Back to you.
Sad, yo. Sad stuff, man. Sad stuff. Sad stuff. Sad stuff. But like I said, guys, y'all got to start beating these chicks back out. Y'all got to start handling these female. And I'm not talking in the domestic sense. I'm talking in the manhandle sense. Handle them like a man, all right? We got to start handling them like a man because they're too masculine. And the only reason why women get in their masculine is because guys be in their feminine. You know what I mean? So they're going to pick these feminine guys. You know what I mean? Just make sure you're not one of them. Make sure you're always masculine. Because when you're masculine, these women are feminine. You know what I mean? Shorty need her whole back beat out. That's what she need. You know what I mean? That's number 1. It's the sex. You know what I mean? Number 2, guys, the spirituality. These women are running from the word. They're running from the real God, guys. They're running from the real God's word because the God word don't give them no choice. God word don't come with choices. See, feminism and Zaddy's governmental plans and Zaddy's little matrix come with choices. You could be whatever you want to be in the gyno land on social media. You could choose to do whatever. That all come with choices. The devil, Satan, Lucifer, they come with choices. Because you know the choices, when you push the choices to the woman and the kids, they end up picking nothing. So they end up with nothing. When you give them so many options, you know what I mean? You give them so many options, so many things to play with, they end up with nothing. And that's what's going on right now. They got so many options. They got nothing now. You know what I mean? But that's what's happening right now. You know what I mean? God plan is God plan. You know what I mean? God plan is God plan. And people got a problem with that. People got a problem following instructions. We did that video, guys. Don't forget to hit the library, check out some of the old content that we have in our library. You know what I mean? Our video library, guys. Don't forget to check it out. You know what I mean? But they run it. They run it. To them, to 71% of women, you got to remember, to 71% of women, they look at femininity as being weakness. That's how they're taught. That's how they're taught. They're taught that from their moms. Their moms is taught that from them. They're taught that being sexy and real feminine, European feminine, white girl feminine is weak, is a sign of weakness. And that's false. Mrs. Goodbread is feminine as a motherfucker. And she ain't weak. You ain't just gonna walk all over her. You know what I mean? So that's bullshit. That's bash. You know what I mean? That's bash right there. That's reverse bash. That's bullshit. Who taught you how to be stupid, yo? Feminine on a woman is sexy. Feminine on a man is not. Period. What happened? But y'all need to get to some Jesus. You know what I mean? But y'all running. Women is running. Women is running from that direct. This is the order. This is what it is. The instructions is there. The instructions is there. You know what I mean? Work with your man. Work. That's all them instructions tell them to do. All the instructions tell a female to do, guys, really, is attract the king and work with him. Simple. That instruction manual don't ask them to do all this extra shit, go out there shooting guns, working, breaking their neck. Motherhood and parenthood is a full-time job. Excuse me. So why the fuck you want to be a man? If your job, your role, and your task is already a full-time job. Duh, wake the fuck up. Like, how dumb is, but again, this is programmed behavior from their moms, from their mom's moms, from the grandmother. Dumb. You know what I mean? If they knew better, they'd do better. You know what I mean? If they knew wealth, they would have did wealth. But they didn't. So it's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to us, guys. It's not up to them. You know what I mean? It's not up to them. Those guys living vicariously through us. Word. And they don't mind reminding us how much property how much we their property. Like we gotta use our head. It's a lot of backwards thinking. A lot of backwards thinking going on in the black community, especially amongst our sisters. Like, what are y'all not understanding? Zaddy, know y'all gonna react off y'all emotions. The same way I can sit here and study the female nature and regurgitate it to you guys, is the same way Zaddy could sit here and study your female nature and manipulate it through his governmental plans, through his school systems. That's all it is. From the time we're born, we're in the gynocracy. Few gonna get in. Few gonna get out, I mean. You know what I mean? A lot gonna get trapped in there, though. A lot gonna stay in there. But few gonna get out. Few gonna get out. The ones that educate themselves out. And I'm not talking about Zaddy education. Because I hate the too smart motherfuckers. I hate a too smart motherfucker. How are you using Zaddy education to help the brothers that ain't that educated? You know what I mean? That's what it's about. It ain't about how smart you is, how much history you know. It's about how you're using all that bullshit to help your people. You know what I mean? Let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. You know what I mean, guys? We gotta all understand, guys. We all started this world off. We all started this game off as Adam. We all started it off naive little simps. We all started it off. We all made our mistake. You know what I mean? The man said, don't have babies until you're married. You know what I mean? That he said that for a reason, guys. That's what we all fighting. We all started off this game like Adam, guys, where we were supposed to hold it down. The man told us, hold this down. We did not hold it down. We let the woman hold it down. Get that? You see how it's correlated? You see how it linked? You know what I mean? God said, don't have kids till you're married. In the instructions, it said, don't have kids until you marry, right? What did we do? We went out there and stuck our joint in, got our drink wet. That ass, though. You know what I mean? Just like, you know what I mean? Right now. What's going on right now, guys? He said, do not have babies until you get married. Because why? He knew we need to vet these women and we need to be square on our square. We need to endure the experience of being a man-child. And by the time we do that, we'll be ready. See how that lined up? You know what I mean? We didn't do that. Same way like Adam. He said, Adam, watch this garden. Watch this garden. Just don't eat from that tree. You know what I mean? What did we do? All right, go ahead, bite it, eat it. And hell, I'll take a bite too. And we paid for it. We paid for it. You know what I mean? That's all the instructions is. Now it's time that we move on to the next person. After Adam, guys, the next person our creator spoke to was Abraham, the ultimate alpha male. That's what you want. That's what he wants you to become. He wants you to become the alpha male. That's why he ain't make this alpha woman. You know what I mean? Ain't no such thing as an alpha woman. You know what I mean? He didn't create that. An alpha woman is a woman who want to be a man. Let's stop playing. An alpha woman is a woman who want to be a man. No, it's no such thing. Well, I have to take on and I have to do. You don't have to do a goddamn thing, man. No. So stop it. Stop it. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, let's get on into this. Let's talk about this. Like I said, we here to learn. You know what I mean? And I got to tell you guys, get your pen and your paper. But I got 12 things. I got 12 natural things. I don't care if you like it or not. And I don't care if you learn it. Because I'm going to hit you with what they used to hit me with. I'm going to get paid regardless. You know what I mean? Whether you learn it or not. Shit. But anyway, guys, 12 differences between men and women. All right? So you women can calm down, settle down, sit the fuck down, and stop acting like men. All right? Your mom should have taught you this. Your mom should have told you this. Your grandmom should have taught your moms, and then your mom should have taught you this, if you didn't know. But men and women are not the same, all right? And it's okay. It's okay. It's not a competition. It's okay. Women don't have nothing that a man want. No, we good with what we good. We good. We're grateful for what God gave us. All right? Listen. Number one, guys. Do you even know that men and women, we get dressed different, guys? We don't even get dressed the same, guys. Men and women get dressed totally different. Men get dressed from socks up, and women get dressed from top to bottom. You know what I mean? And please save the little weirdo shit. If you one of the women's like, oh no, I get dressed from the bottom down. All right, you're just a weirdo. It's always exceptions to the rule. But generally, all women get dressed top to bottom. Men get dressed bottom to top. All right? So if you done turned yourself into an alpha woman, that's you. You know what I mean? Number two, guys. Women are less likely to take risks naturally. You know what I mean? And you know that with your moms. Your moms would rather you be broke and safe than rich and taking risks. All right? That's why it ain't no wealth going on in the hood. All right? Whole lot of acting scared and a whole lot of scary shit going on, a whole lot of safety playing in the hood. All right, guys? And these are facts, guys. These are facts. If you knew better, you do better. Let's go. Men have a better sense of direction. this is key, guys. Number 3 is key. Men have a better sense of our direction because naturally, men are leaders. Naturally, men know how to guide. And this was a proven fact, guys. You go look it up. They took 4 female mice and they took 4 male mice and they put them in a maze. And all the male mice got through the maze. None of the female mice got through the maze. In fact, 2 out of the 4 female mice actually stopped looking and searching and got a corner, picked the dead end, and relaxed. 2 of them. All right, guys. Women are better multitaskers than men. All right? That's one of y'all superpowers. Y'all get that. All right? If y'all remove the lying, don't make lying one of the multitasking things, though. You know what I mean? But yes, women are better multitaskers. You know what I mean? You got to remember, this go back to when we was hunters and gatherers. Women were able to hold their family down, still pick the little fruit while we was just hunting and killing and slaying and bringing back. You know what I mean? Killing this and bringing back. You know what I mean? So that's a fact, guys. Women see a wider range of colors than men. You know that? Like, if you put a color graph, you know what I mean? You put a color graph up, women are more likely to identify the ranges of colors than men. You know what I mean? That's biologically. I ain't make it up. I ain't control that, and that's what it is, guys. You know what I mean? Women have a better sense of smell, guys. This is a fact. These are your superpowers, women. These are the things that you have that men don't have, all right? These are the things you women should be clutching and holding on to. These are the things. This is why I'm telling you, men and women are not the same. So you can let social media, you can let Zaddy and his plan manipulate you into thinking you have to compete with a man when we're not the same and you can't win. You can't beat a man. You are equal. We need each other. You know what I mean? It's not a competition, guys. But anyway, women have a better sense of smell. Yes, women have 43% more cells in their olfactory bulb. One of them is olfactory bulb. Some shit up there in the nose, but that's a fact, guys. That's a proven fact. They smell it. I mean, they smell what the rock is cooking, guys. All right. Men handle sleep deprivation better, guys. This go back to what I said in the beginning. Women are not designed to endure long periods of hardship, but we are. You know what I mean? This is why naturally men are better in the outside world and women are better in the inside world. God ain't make that happen for no reason, guys. And don't give me that bullshit about, oh, he want women to be inside. That's slavery. No, common sense. Remember, this is the school of common sense. We don't complicate common sense. If I just told you that parenting and being a mother is a full-time job, right? Then why the hell would you want to be a man? Why would you want to go out there and endure long periods of hardship and still have to endure a full-time job? Use your common sense. That's why you naturally are the nurturer. That's why God made you the woman. Now be a woman. What's wrong? Like you don't see a problem there? Like, you don't see where you're defying God? God kind of created you to be something and you're fighting him? Because you fight not with men. You fight not really with men. Your fight is with your creator. You know what I mean, guys? True story. But like I said, men handle sleep deprivation better than women. You know, we can go long periods of it. Women start getting snappy. Shit, don't let them get hungry. They get hungry on you, it's over. Shit. You know what I mean? It's over. All right. Alcohol and women do not mix, guys. Alcohol and women do not mix. You know they call alcohol spirits, guys. So when women and spirits mix, because women is already in touch, they are the doorway to the devil. You know what I mean? I ain't make this up, guys. They're the doorway to the devil. All of them. What happened? You know what I mean? Alcohol and women don't mix, though. Women get drunk quicker because there's enzymes in our body. There's enzymes in our biological makeup that cuts the alcohol And women have less of that. Women don't have as much enzymes in their body to break down the alcohol as men. You see how we're not equal, guys? We're not equal. So we can stop it. We can stop it with this, well, men and women are equal. We're not. We're not. Get it out your head. You know what I mean? Appreciate the talents that God did give you. Appreciate being the nurturer. I'm like, God, how long do we have to kid ourselves with this breaking our neck in the work field, ladies, to see that it's not working? Our communities are poor as shit. Our communities are a laughingstock. Our communities don't have no generational wealth. All these kids is poor. We done fucked up. We don't even know the difference between rich, wealthy, poor. People think rich is money. People think rich is material things. People think rich is being better than the next poor person. Who taught you how to be stupid? Get rid of all them old beliefs and get you to some knowledge. Get yourself to some knowledge. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your brain. You see how we eat? We make sure we take care of our body, our temple, right? We make sure we eat good foods and stuff, right? We have to start taking care of our brain like that. We have to start intaking truthful and real facts. You know when you're hearing real information because you feel it in your soul. You get the goosebumps. You know what I mean? You know when you're hearing entertainment from information, guys. And we got to just get to that. You know what I mean? But yeah, alcohol and women don't mix. Man. Nowadays, guys, a lot of women have to put a lot of effort into going downstairs. You don't understand how much effort women put into going downstairs, guys. This is why I say they don't really like me, because they know no man's supposed to know this shit. No man's supposed to know what I know. No one man's supposed to know what I know. For a minute, the women had the wool over everybody's eyes, like, oh, men are stupid. Men are stupid. Now, though, a lot of young dudes is getting to this information and they done wised up. You know what I mean? So you can't, men are stupid. Can't do that no more. You know what I mean? That used to be the norm. You know what I mean? And with social media being here so that you can see breaking stories like within the blink of an eye, it's hard to even cover your shit now. Like, women are telling on themselves. Go back to long periods of hardship. Why you think they killing these kids? Why you think they harming these babies? Because they're not endured. They're not designed to endure long periods of hardship. And this COVID and this pandemic, what do you think this been? This been hardship. People can't move the way they move. People can't go where they want to go. People can't just run off to the side chick or the side dude. You know what I mean? So it's just frustration building. Then you have these little innocent children who know. These innocent children, they know a bad spirit. They know the good spirit. You notice, one thing I noticed, right? When I'm around kids, they be so bubbly, it don't even matter. Even the little white kids look like they ready to get up out their stroller and get up and climb to get me, you know what I mean? Because kids know an innocent spirit. Kids know a pure heart, just like they know an evil, wicked spirit. You know what I mean? You ever had your kid around somebody and they just cried all the time? Sometimes it be you, it be your parent, it be the parent, it be the mother. And the mother get mad and frustrated with the kid, can't understand why the kid crying, why the kid just don't listen. It's because he rebelling against your spirit. That there is a pure spirit. But this is why all of the kids is getting harmed. Moms they trying to prove a point, trying to bank on these checks. You know what I mean? Another thing I don't understand about these alpha women and these hell of a mothers and these hell of a women, right? You women always talk about the child support being nothing, and you guys gotta make ends meet this way, and you still gotta find a way to do, and then you gotta do this and you gotta do that. And I don't never hear what you do for the child. Why don't you just give the child to the dad? Shit, why the fuck you gotta struggle? Why the fuck you gotta struggle? You ever think of that? You ever think of just giving the child to the dad? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's why you have no excuse. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. You can talk that shit to the dusties that you can manipulate.
into thinking that they're actually doing something wrong when they leave your ass. But when you're talking to a guy that have dealt with good women, bad women, trash women, cool women, all right women, okay women, then you can't run that shit by me. You know what I mean? A lot of women speak from a point of view of they're only bagging dusties. They never been with an alpha male. They never been with a man that was on his square. You know what I mean? So how can you speak about all men? You know what I mean? You got to understand, men are to knock things down. We're the knock things downers. So we can speak on what we know. Our experience is gonna always overrule what your opinions say. You know what I mean? Because when you just dealing with dusties and dudes that have low value and dudes that settle for, you know what I mean, anything, because you have stopped working on yourself, this is what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen. This is why you don't even be attracted to the man. To really, you just get the D because he's the only one that'll give you the D. You know what I mean? Because you done made yourself a bad product. You get that? You see how that works? When you make yourself a bad product, then you only can settle for a certain category of dudes. You know what I mean? Which are the pookies and the dusties. You know what I mean? All men are not that. The men that you should be with intimidate you because you know you haven't worked on yourself enough to be with those dudes. You know what I mean? You got to stop confusing being able to sleep with an alpha male for you being an alpha class woman. You're not an alpha class woman because you can sleep with an alpha male. You know what I mean? Because we're a dude, we're guys, we'll knock it down. And that's another thing, you know what I mean, that fucks up the and keeps the dating and everything unbalanced. Because you'll have a guy like me on a good night with permission, knock one of y'all little dusty joints down, right? And then you dusty joints will go back to where you came from and have your head all gassed up and act shiesty to the men that you actually match with because I don't want you. You get that? You see how that works? We don't want you. We wanted to have fun with you. We have fun with you, but just because we have fun with you don't make you on our level to where you can go stun on the guys that you really on their level with. You get that? And that's how that's working, guys. That's how that's working. Yo, it says in child support and you will communication and you will communicate to women of feminism might not. Yeah, if they in child support, man, it's gonna be a wrap. If they in child support, they'll stop mismanaging the cooch. You know what I mean? That's all I mean. If they dead that, they'll stop mismanaging that butt. You know what I mean? Everybody want that. If they stop child support, look, that's key. If they stop child support, they'll be forced to do it the way God wants them to do it. Think about it. They all running from God, but inadvertently, if they stop the child support, they'll all have to be forced to do it the way God do it. They'll be mad as a motherfucker, but they'll still be doing it his way, and then they'll start winning. See how that works? God don't give a fuck how mad you is or how you do it. Just do it. That's all he care about. Living in your truth. Living in your truth. You know what I mean? That's all he care about. Living in your truth. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. And if anybody want to join the chat so we could talk about something, you know what I mean? So we could talk about it. We could talk about this topic right here. Let's do that. So let me get the link. Hold on, guys. Let me see what we doing here. While we do that, let me play that video back. You know what I mean? I know the story gonna break soon because they about to expedite the girl now. They finna expedite her to New York. So she should be getting to New York probably sometime tonight. You know what I mean? Who knows? She probably be getting here sometime tonight though. She coming from Jacksonville. Like she fleed out there. I wonder which simp and forcer helped to get out there. You know what I mean?
On a New York City sidewalk, a woman shot and killed by another woman who just casually walked up to the victim and pulled the trigger point blank. Then she got into a car and just sped off too. News 4's Miles Miller, live in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. And Miles, I know you talked with the victim's mother tonight. What are you hearing about this?
Well, the victim's mother is so distraught she could barely stand up. She grabbed my hand for strength and just really can't fathom who would want to kill her daughter. And she really says she can't believe the way her daughter died on the street.
Somebody executing my child. They killed my baby. Was something that horrible.
Delia Barry has been crying so much she can barely stand up. A mother's pain after her namesake, her daughter, 42-year-old Delia Johnson, was shot in the head at point-blank range by this woman.
We have to pray for the person that did this. Pray for their family. Because I live in peace. Me. But I do want to know why if I ever see it.
It happened Wednesday evening on Franklin Avenue, near Park Place in Crown Heights. Delia's mom says her daughter had just left the funeral service for a friend and got a call to meet up with friends here. Seconds later, this woman pulls up and without saying anything, kills her with a single shot. The shooter calmly walks away with her purse over her shoulder, gets back into her car, and takes off.
I have so much pain. I'm numb. I'm trying my best to hold myself up. But the slaughter, because that's what it was.
God is good. I thank you so much, Father.
Delia was a mother of a 17-year-old girl and an entrepreneur seen here selling vintage clothes.
Oh my God, help me, Lord. They killed my baby. I'm 42. She will be missed by me.
Sources close to the investigation say detectives working this case know who they're looking for. They believe that woman may have been a former friend, and they are working that angle tonight. There is a vigil scheduled for right here later this evening. We are live in Crown Heights. I'm Miles Miller, News 4 New York. Back to you.
All right, guys, the link is in the chat. You know what I mean? I give everybody some time to join the panel. You know what I mean? Join the panel. Share your thoughts on this topic. I'm going to finish off this list right here, guys, because men and women are not equal. You know what I mean? Guys, men and women don't even shake hands the same, guys. You know what I mean? And these are things I want you guys to go over on this list and just peep. From now on, just peep. If you didn't notice, if you ain't know a couple of things that I mentioned, just peep. You know what I mean? Men and women shake hands different. Men shake hands. You know what I mean? Women, they just squeeze, they touch each other's hands and just squeeze. You know what I mean? That's different. Naturally. And these are natural things that they do not do the same. You know what I mean? Even when we look in the mirror, guys, when a man look in the mirror and a female look in the mirror, they looking at two different things. Women look for errors, right? And men, we look for what works for us. And we highlight those. We look for highlights. Whereas women, they look for errors. Get that, guys? And just like I said, peep these things. Peep these subtle things, guys. And last but not least, guys, women, they body change. They body change drastically through the course of life. You know what I mean? Men body change about once. You know what I mean? Our body change about once. If we're not working on ourselves, if we letting ourselves go. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, we have a lot of guys that do that too because our parents make us lazy and our parents get us into this eating habits, into bad eating habits. You know what I mean? But all right, who we got here? My boy Pan Africa. Oh man. Pan Africa, I see you trying to get in. Yo, you gotta come back. Go out and come back in, Pan. Go out and come back in. Cause it's not adding you. It's your phone. You gotta check your phone settings. Yeah. Go out and come back in, my guy. Love to hear what you got to say about this topic right here. This alpha female. This alpha woman right here. Incredible, man. Incredible. She ran to Florida, man. She ran to Florida. Okay, Izzy, what's the dizzy?
What's going on, my brother? What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on, my bro? Nice you to
Cool and cool.
pop
I'm
in,
watching this.
man. Take a break
Yeah,
from
I'm
the
watching
busy
this.
ass weekend, man.
I'm watching this, and it's very interesting. Great video, by the way. And it just stands out to me that um, these women are not realizing, like the detriment that they cause, like just to each other. So what you're merely doing is you're just pointing out the detriment in a lot of these women and a lot of things that are going on. Something that I like to point out. And
That's right.
what I'm gonna say is like you're gonna have a lot of women coming on your page getting mad at you trying to defend, some type of feminine factor in this. This is a sad case here. I seen this. The woman walked up to that woman, shot her in the head, and I still can't put my finger on it.
Right.
Why would you go and do that? Like what
Facts.
made you do that? And this is what happens when you give women a certain set of power or a certain set of masculinity. Like
Right. You
to
can't
me,
tell them nothing.
if I was to guess, I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't know the story. Maybe the people that's watching, some of y'all might know the story. I would guess that maybe the girl had sex with her man or somebody she wanted or something, and that was her response.
Right. But to kill her, that's what makes it unique. To touch on what you said, you're right. But I really can't really see a female jumping on my inbox because it's a girl, it's woman on woman now. This is a woman on woman situation. It's not like, I mean, I could see if she shot a man, then I could see somebody still defending, still standing up there defending her. But you saying,
Right.
brother, okay, that there's women that are still defend this woman action. They're still jumping the comment section.
I mean, as sad as it is, I think some women will try to justify this.
I believe it
Maybe,
too. I believe that
maybe
too.
this
I can believe
happened,
that.
or maybe that happened, and maybe this and
I
maybe
can believe
that.
that.
Like,
I can
like
believe that.
it's just
Incredible.
ridiculous.
And this the times we live in, brother. Okay, you pointed it out. I could believe that. I honestly could
No,
believe
for
that
real.
because we did a video earlier this week on a great topics. I had somebody strength for me on the video with the Ghetto Gagas girl. You know what I mean? I had
Yeah,
somebody scream for me. Yeah, they tried to blame it on the dad, and clearly the moms was sitting there holding the girl head because that's what they
that's
identify with.
ridiculous.
They identify with hiding women's shit. They identify with
Right,
digging in cat litter, and the men do
right,
too.
right. And it comes from them living a certain lifestyle that they want to justify. That's why they do that.
Right.
But going back to this woman though, like to this day, I'm like, what made her go up to this girl and just shoot her? Like I'm looking at the body language. Okay, so she walks out of a car. Looks like the car is worth a good amount of money. She got a purse. She looked like her hair was done. She looked like she was well
Right.
renowned. Like she didn't have, you know what I'm saying?
Right. A care in the
And
world.
the way she, right. So the way she walked up and did that, the only thing I can think of is she did it off. It had something to do with promiscuity. Her man had sex with the girl, or I don't know, man. Like I
That
cannot
girl was winning.
understand why.
To me, that other girl the girl that got killed was winning. She was probably that traditional 29% female that had
That's
shorty
what I'm
hair and
saying.
attention.
Probably because look like the mom don't even understand why. But again, that still speaks to their nature. Like it don't matter what caliber these girls are in. Like you could be a nurse, you can be a good girl, whatever you want to call that. You could be anything, a police officer, you could be a stripper. All of these women are the same. All of them. All of them fall under the same category. So that's why I can't put my finger on it, man. I don't know what happened, but I still don't think she should have got shot like that.
Absolutely. And
It's
then
just a
the
weird situation, dog.
right, right. And then she ran off. But all right, you said that's a weird
She didn't
situation.
even run. She just walked away. She just walked away casually.
Right, right, right. But she fled. She knew to flee. She fled to Jacksonville. So okay, L. Let me break down. Let's break down another story. Since I got you here,
Okay.
let's break down another
Yeah.
story where the woman is masculine. Did you hear about the soccer player? The PSE
So,
soccer player.
no, fill me in on that.
All right, let's go. Let's get it.
Let's go in. We got
Let's go
time.
in, man. Let's go in.
Let's talk about it.
Right, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. So I'm gonna pull up this video
Yeah,
real
let's talk
quick.
about it. That's
It's about
crazy. That's crazy.
it's a 6-minute video. 6 minutes.
Let's get in it. Let's get in it. I'm at my other studio right now.
Oh, quality. I hear you.
Yeah. I think that's that's okay. Boom. That's why it's quality like that. I see. That's just wild, man. It's crazy how it's just back to back stories of these modern women, and it's not to bash them.
Just too masculine. They just
You
way
know what I'm
too
saying?
masculine. They're
It's
playing.
crazy, dog. It's
All right,
just it's
let's get it.
like why do we have to deal with all this?
Situation in the other communities because they attack us.
What's up, class? Come on in. And guys, please pay your tuition on your way in. Just hit the like button. That's how you pay your tuition. All right, guys, keep in mind that this is a red pill school of common sense, guys. So we don't cater to anything other than the truth. The truth is our love language. All right, guys, so check it. PSG's Aminata Diallo released from custody. Police still investigating a hit on her teammate. Now, how spooky is that, guys? That goes to show you the time and age we living in right now, guys. It's rough out here, and these women are masculine and they dangerous. But this is not new, guys. Keep in mind, guys, that a story similar to this one kicked off a little while ago, long time ago when I was young. You know what I mean? We had a ice skating story just like this. You had a figure skater by the name of Tanya Hardin, who she had planned the hit. She planned the whole attack on the girl she was supposed to be going against, Nancy Kerrigan. You know what I mean? And it was crazy. She paid her ex-husband something to that effect to bust her in the knee with a police baton and almost got away with it. But the girl healed up, you know, because God works in equal and exact ways. So that's how that went. You know what I mean? But this story is kind of spookier, guys. St. Germain's player Aminata Diallo has been released from custody as police continue to investigate attack on teammate Kahari Hamaroui. The Versailles prosecutor's office just announced Diallo has not been charged with a crime, nor have any other charges been filed at this time. Diallo and one other person were detained and questioned Wednesday. The second person has not been identified. The 26-year-old midfielder is being accused of orchestrating an attack on Hamaru after a team event in Paris on November 4th, when two men allegedly dragged her out of a car and beat her with an iron bar for 2 minutes, requiring medical attention. Reports claim the motives behind the hit was due to playing time. Wow. All right, guys. So pretty much you see there, and now you see the manip.
So that was that story right there. I mean, I don't want to play the whole video, but that was that story right there. Allegedly she set her partner up, her teammate up to get beat up because she wanted the playing time.
That speaks to the evil nature of the modern woman. Like honestly speaking, like I'm not like it's crazy to hear that, but you know these women are definitely evil. The way they think are very sadistic. You know,
Right.
I can't. I'm at all, man. I don't even know what to say. Like these stories are coming out
One
every
after the
single
other.
day,
Every
every
single day.
day.
Every
And
day.
and guess what, Mr. Goodbread? We can't talk about it because we're misogynist and we can't point it out. And then every time we try to bring it out, they always point to a man and try to compare evils. Like
Right.
you can't fight fire with fire.
Listen, I tell him
It's just
this.
getting ridiculous.
I tell him, I said, if you want me to report any male behavior that's bad, send me the male story. But after a few he cheated stories, what else are you gonna send me? Because these stories that I'm covering with the women are very creative and they're all unique. Only stories we gonna ever hear from a man is he cheated. And then when you break down that, you're gonna see that he cheated because the female was one of these females and treated him like a little bitch.
Right.
No man want to be
Right.
treated like a girl. So those guys are gonna always cheat. Now, I mean, then when you
Exactly.
dig deeper and you realize that the woman ain't really got no quality, so she's only attracting beta male simps. There's your answer.
Right there.
Now,
It's
hit
right in your
jobs is
face.
not uncommon with women, and I do believe it was a hit job. Pan Africa, I do believe that was a hit job. Whoever the guy is, told that pretty ass lady, told that submissive ass lady to come over there, because he's under pressure from the alpha woman. Because the alpha woman probably told him she'll shoot him. You know what I mean? So the simp enforcer set that woman up. And that's how it is. This is how the single mothers are raising their sons. Y'all seen the video on Mr. OKL channel. If you haven't,
That's
go
right.
check that video out where the moms sat there and they had the camera prop there and they sat there and jumped the stepdad. You know what I mean? They jumped the
Right.
stepdad because he cheated. I would cheat on her too if you got 3 motherfucking big ass kids in the house doing nothing, just a lump of
No,
lard,
that's
and you
absolute
just you
facts.
you cuddling them and you cradling them because they your kids and you don't want them to go. These women turn their kids into husbands, son husbands, and then they want to have their cake and eat it too. So they want a husband there, or they want a man there playing a role, but they don't want to get rid of their kids. They haven't raised them or put them in a position to even let them out their sight and survive. So it's like, come on, like, and I seen the way they attacked you on that, but we're not even gonna touch on that. Like we said,
No,
we might go
no,
on
that's
over.
fine. That's fine.
No, but
I love it.
we might go on over to Mr. OKL tonight channel tonight, and we might keep this thing going. We might do a triple header. You know what I mean, guys? Those of you guys that's tuned in, don't forget to check. If you missed Mr. Palmer's episode earlier, go to Mr. Palmer's channel, check out that episode, and then you're here now. And we might just make it a triple threat, make it a triple double tonight. You know what I mean? We might end up
Triple
on
double, you know.
OKL channel breaking down some comments.
We might do that. We'll see how we'll see how the night goes. We'll see how the night
Right,
goes.
right, guys, right. You know what I mean? Cause this is what we do,
What
guys. Like honestly, this is what we do,
what
guys.
Pan? Yep. Shout out to Pan African B McTell, A1 Black Man. I like what he's saying because he's breaking down real nice points. I want him to know that his comments are being noticed. He's breaking down intellectual points. I want to read his last one real quick,
Which one is that?
if you don't mind,
Which
Mr.
one he just said?
Goodbread. No, the one he just said. It says,
The one he just said. I mean, he hitting us too.
no, he hitting it back to back. He says, on the hit, woman discovered that
Couch game.
the victim. Oh, he couch game. Shout out to couch game. Shout out to
He
Palmer. Shout
couch
out to
game.
couch
He
game.
came from Mr. Palmer, yo. Shout outs, man. Shout outs. And
Right. So let's read what he said. He said jobs are not uncommon with women. Consider the history of men dying over relationships and triangles. Uh, and then he also says on the hit, women discovered that the victim was fooling around with her man or simp babysitter. Women
oh,
discovered that the
that's what it
victim was fooling
is.
around with her man. Oh, see, okay. Mm. You think I ain't gonna lie, that's a good point though. That's a good point. He brought something up that you got to think about.
Right, right. That's a perfect point because that's what it be. Those women, those alpha women, they just have men for the D. They know that the men don't
Right.
have no other value than just what they call good D. But it ain't really good D because the man don't turn them on mentally. You see, in order for a woman to get a real orgasm, she gotta be liking you. She gotta be chasing you. You know what I mean? If you're just there in position, she's not gonna be able to orgasm. She'll give you some, she'll get a little some, but she's not gonna chase you. You gotta get the imprint, guys.
Well, that's a whole fact. That's a whole fact. I can't
That's a
believe
fact.
this woman set her. She's going to jail because she set her teammate up because she was jealous that she got the spot over her. And this is
Uh-huh.
big women. Their jealousy drives them,
Crazy.
a long way. Drives them crazy. You understand me?
Hmm. That's a whole fact.
That's,
You know what I mean?
mm,
But class, we ain't gonna hold you guys. Like I said, we might swing on over to the dean's office later tonight. You know what I mean? It's been real. Again, I appreciate those of you who shared your time with us. Your time is money to us. You spent it with us, and we appreciate you. Pan Africa. When you get a chance, my Facebook is Mr. Goodbread Scott. You know what I mean? And my Instagram is Mr. Goodbread _ show. Inbox me your address so I can email this joint to you. I can email a bag to you. I can email one of these Tom Ford joints to you, man. You've been great.
right,
You
right.
came over. You showed us mad love. You know what I mean? So I got one of these bags for you. And guys, those of you that's tuned in, that are tuned in and been tuning in, start leaving comments, start engaging so I can give you guys some bags, man. Okay, got some Tom Ford bags. We got a lot of stuff for Tom Ford. And also when you get a Tom Ford bag, right? These we giving these out. You know what I mean? But when you get one of these, you're gonna be entered in a raffle for the Tom Ford shades. You know what I mean, guys? Some official tissue Tom Ford shades. So, you know what I
Right, and
mean?
those shades are the value of those shades are at,
Yeah,
I believe, four to
those
five
are
hundred bucks. You know what I'm
those
saying?
are 575
So
joints, guys. You know what I mean?
you're gonna be able to
So,
do what you want with it. It's just a raffle to show the
right.
people that when you comment, we want to reciprocate that energy. We want to show y'all that we appreciate y'all. We already got a few people that done DM'd us, but we just want more people in that raffle. Because again, we appreciate everybody who subscribes, likes, comments, and interacts with us because we do this for y'all. It's nothing but It's all for the conducive energy and the psychology of the community. We just want to help you guys out, and we just appreciate the reciprocation that you guys show us. So yeah, we encourage y'all to just go ahead and like, subscribe, and yeah, DM Mr. Goodbread, hit him up,
That's all
give him a
fact.
chat because we got some special things for y'all.
That's what's up. All right, Tamika. Yeah, no doubt, Tamika. We got the, I got the matching. This is my logo with the hat. You know what I mean? That's how we do. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
then.
That's how we do. You know what I mean? You see the logo and shit. But anyway, y'all guys, I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's been real, and we out, guys.
We out.